Start with the outside of 109 Hollingbury. The outside looks pretty good. Just a note on the main door, there's no cover on the outside of the post box. There's also tape and lots of marks over the plastic door. One would also note that on the concrete there's quite a few cracks. The downpipe itself has been painted black. There's a pretty scruffy order, and if you see right up the top, the gutters itself is blocked. Going round to the stone fascias, notice there's a crack underneath the window, and the bottom windowsill has not been painted, is in a fairly rough state. The windows themselves look okay, obviously showing signs of age, and showing signs on the first floor of repointing around the windows, and you'll see that the stone lintel looks like it's been repointed as well, just recently. Looks like we put a new downpipe on the rainwater at this side of the building, and then we've got the gas meter in the gas meter box. Unfortunately the lid's not fitted to the gas meter box, as we can see. The side elevation of the building is in a pretty rough state all around, lots of cracks on the rendering. Notice there's a big hole where the extract fan should be, and then it's generally in a pretty poor state, this wall, with lots of cracks that have just been painted over year after year. Looks like there's a new extension gone on to the roof there, which will be in line with what the landlord has told us. They've added a breeze block pier here, but obviously not rendered it. It's just raw breeze block, and it's soft Celcon block as well, which will be susceptible to damp. Softwood frame gate, I can't imagine would last too long, but then again, it's serviceable at the moment. So walking on round to the back, what we find here is the soil vent pipe has sort of just been pushed out with a rubber joint, which doesn't have the second Jubilee clip to it. So although it's only a soil vent pipe going up, there shouldn't be anything coming down to it. Obviously it's not sealed at that level. Notice there's a tile missing at the bottom of the window on the new dormer. Painting is again in very poor condition on the outside. I guess they run out of time, and also making good to be done around pipe work when new pipes have been installed. Not quite sure what's gone on there. Somebody's actually drilled a hole into the cast iron downpipe and then stuck a copper pipe, I guess, on the expansion valve on the boiler. It's probably got into that. Going back round onto the guttering, all seems to be in fairly good condition, although the end cap is falling off there. And again, not quite sure what we've got insulation on that. That's waste drain pipe there, which just all sort of aims towards I think a potential blockage point there. Looks like it's the kitchen waste goes there, rainwater waste. All the bathroom waste going to a hopper up the top. If we look at that, going onto the bathrooms, they either tee off into that sort of empire soil pipe there, or they'll go into this hopper here. Looks to be another flue exit there, not quite sure what that's all about, maybe the boiler. And then we go onto the back garden. The back garden at least has been cut down. Walls in pretty rough condition. Got next to us make the shed sort of arrangement there. Not quite sure what that was. I guess it was a washing line at some point. I'm not quite sure what that is. A fair amount of bric-a-brac left here, or they have at least decorated the rear wall, and it looks like new felt's gone onto the flat roof there. Looking up the chimney pots, can't really see the condition of those from this vantage point. One thing I would say is when we go down, I would be surprised if the damp-proof membrane course on this back wall is actually effective or not, as the garden comes probably half a metre up the wall, which I'd imagine is way above any damp-proof course. Although they do have a set out there, whether that's there to tank the wall, we're not sure, but it may be susceptible to damp. And certainly in that corner there's evidence of that, and green that's been washed down. That sort of concludes the outside, and we'll move on to the inside.